go by the name Imon Robinson, and I'm a community manager. So today, we are here to talk about a topic that's not just about technology, but a catalyst for change.
So the theme of our panel discussion today is embracing opportunities through open source engagement in Africa. So in the course of our discussion, our panelists here will help us to see how open source can empower, innovate, and also propel Africa into a new era of technological advancement. And
also help us to be inclusive in other parts of the world.
So with me here, I have
great speakers. So I'll start from Godswill Akpan.
As the host mentioned, Godswill Akpan is the founder of For the Love of Data, and he's a tech entrepreneur. Not just that, he's a software developer and also a community manager. So his purpose is very rich.
We also have Emily Timothy.
She's a product manager and a front-end developer. So now I want to direct this question to Emily Timothy. So how can one, I've mentioned about contributing in open source. How can one contribute effectively to open source and Web3 projects?
One thing the person can do is, first of all, understand the project you want to contribute to. Understand what that project aims to achieve, as well as read the project guidelines to see if the tools that's been used to build that project is what you have, matches with your skill. So that's one thing. And another thing there is that you need to be part of the project community. If you're being part of the project community, you're going to meet a lot of persons that will ask questions, and questions are going to be answered. You can as well ask questions when you are confused. And as well as it helps you to collaborate with people, which could actually lead to opportunities. And another thing there is that you could actually, if you're just starting out to contribute to open source, one thing you need to do is that you need to start small. You need to start with maybe fixing a little bug, or maybe writing a documentation, or you could probably do the testing. Test out if you could identify any issues, or if you could actually bring an idea to improve that project. A lot of people have this misconception that contributing to open source, you have to be a developer, you need to know how to write code. I was once a victim, right? But as long as you're in the tech skill, as long as you're in the tech world, you can actually contribute to open source. If you have a technical skill, right? If you're a technical writer, if you're a digital marketer, or even a graphic designer, you can contribute to open source.
All right, thank you so much. No matter your skill sets, that you can actually contribute to open source. So it doesn't matter if you're a developer
Or you have a lot of you can actually contribute. So now we want to go to Godswill Akpan. Now, Godswill Akpan, can you tell us what opportunities can you get from contributing to open source?
GM everyone.
Yeah.
So I think she has said a couple of things about open source. Part of it is when you're starting out, everybody wants to contribute. They want to build a portfolio. One of the ways you can build your portfolio is by contributing to open source projects. Okay, so I just learned smart contract development, and I'm trying to get a job. What's the next thing I do? I look for opportunities in the Web3 space. I look for bugs in projects. I contribute in open source programs. From there, what am I doing? I'm building my portfolio. So that's one, building your portfolio. Two would be collaboration. You get to collaborate with a whole lot of people, right? From there, you get to meet people. Like we say in this place, one of the reasons why we are connecting with everyone here is because we don't know who will give us our next job, right? Hello? Hi. I hope you are with me. Yeah, so by collaborating with a diverse range of people, we get to build our connection. And let me tell you, in the tech space, connection is very important. We cannot overemphasize it. The tech space, in fact, in recent times, it feels like job applications are no longer working per se. It is now connection. Is that true? Yes. So it is important that every project you work with now, every opportunity you get to work with as many people as you can, you must leave an impression. You must ensure that you deliver quality. So open source platforms or programs gives us that opportunity to show our expertise and also get connection. Because I'm saying again, connection is very important. Thank you. Let me stop there.
You can get to build your portfolio and connect with other people by contributing to open source. Thank you for that.
For a clear adoption of open source contributions, can you point out some of the challenges?
Okay. The Web3 adoption is that sometimes a lot of persons find it difficult to understand the concept of Web3. Web3 is the new face of the web. People find it difficult to know how to use the technologies in Web3. So that can be a challenge for people to adopt the Web3. And as well as when it comes to contributing to open source, maybe somebody may want to contribute to a project, and when he opens up the project, you may look at the code as something that is very complex, right? So that could be one of the challenges. But then there are still opportunities. There are opportunities in open source contributions. Open source contributing to open source actually helps to make the project better and even make it accessible to many. Looking at the Microsoft operating system, it's not open source, right? You only can have access to Microsoft code base if you are working in Microsoft. Have preferences to what they can actually use. Like me, I prefer using Linux Mint because of simplicity. So open source contributions creates an opportunity or room for things to be better. So that was one of the opportunities for open source contributions. And even as a contributor, you have opportunity. It can actually expand your knowledge, it can expand your skill, and you can add it to your CV. A lot of companies actually find it interesting down to the grassroots to see someone who is an open source contributor because they feel that you've actually contributed to something big. So, and it can actually create opportunity. It can create opportunity in the sense that when you get to collaborate with people, those people could actually help you out, reach out to you when they have jobs or opportunities.
Thank you, Vinny.
Back to our dog, Godswill Akpan. So, I want to ask you this question. I feel that you are more suited to answer this question.
Can you share with us an example of maybe a global open source and collaboration?
I mean, how many people contribute to Bitcoin? Because of airdrop. Don't lie, you are here. We are plenty. So that's one. Bitcoin is one. A very good one. And the thing is, the thing about Bitcoin is that they bring in a lot of projects that you get to invest in. Because I feel like when we say open source, one of the ways you can collaborate is to invest. It's also important that you invest. Okay? So Bitcoin is one. But aside Bitcoin, there's a platform I work for. The name of it's a Cosmos-based platform. I work there as a Thank you very much. So I work there as a community manager. The name of the platform is Comdex. So basically, Comdex wanted to upscale because it's they've been hacked twice, and it's so sad because the thing about blockchain is that it's blockchain programming languages like Solidity. It's on the rise. It's still evolving, right? Is that true? So we have these hacks, we have vulnerabilities here and there, and it's important that we build systems that are secure, right? And this is one of the challenges that many projects are facing: how to build secure platforms. So to build a more secure platform after 2 hacks, what the Context do? They launch a bug bounce, like a contest, where developers can come, check their code. They made their code open source, so you check it out, you look for the bugs in the code, and at the end of the contest, you win prizes. So if you were someone who was learning maybe Rust, because Rust is what you use in the Cosmos ecosystem. I learned smart contract development for a while, and I have an idea. So if you learn maybe Rust, you can now use that opportunity to implement what you've learned, right? So maybe you learned Solidity. You can use that opportunity to implement your knowledge, look for bugs, and create solutions. This is how you create value for yourself. So while many people are there looking for jobs, you are looking for bugs. And from there, you are getting jobs. So there are different ways to get jobs, actually, and open source is just one of them. What do you think about it?
Thank you so much for that 5 points.
In 20 seconds, Alex.
Well, if you contribute to open source or you want to contribute, no matter how small or big it is, you've actually contributed to something that will make that project better. And another thing there is that you should have patience and be persistent, right? If you don't have patience, you can borrow from your neighbor. And if your neighbor does not have, you borrow from your neighbor's neighbor. And if your neighbor's neighbor does not have, you come to me. I'm very generous. I can give you patience. Thank you.
Alright, Godswill, what would you advise someone who wants to contribute to something? 20 seconds, Alex.
In 20 seconds, I would say that in today's world, everybody is looking for somebody that can offer them value, right? And the best way to succeed in today's world is to create an infrastructure that money will find, not to chase after the money, but to build a structure that money will chase after, right? And so one of the ways you will do this is to provide value. Are you getting me? So how do you provide value? You provide value by looking for problems to solve. By solving problems, you provide value. And in doing so, that money that you are chasing for starts chasing you. Open source is one of the ways you provide value. So what do you do? Start looking for platforms and vulnerabilities that you can solve if you're a developer. Create solutions to the problems. Send it as a proposal to the team members. And I'm telling you, there's no way you do this for 6 months that you will not get results for yourself. Thank you very much.
We see that we need to remember that the journey to the great opportunity in Africa is not just the advancement in technology. So we need to start from somewhere. We also need to foster collaboration, engage in community, and just like Godswill mentioned, there are opportunities out there when we want to contribute. In fact, building a portfolio is not from converting into an open source. You can't just come in and maybe you have to contribute first and create connections. So with this, we continue to innovate, collaborate, leverage open source for transformative change across Africa.